Good afternoon, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more seconds for everyone to come in this informative, interactive webinar that we have set for you today in starting a successful e-commerce business. My name is Jesus Padilla. I am the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU under the exciting program, which is BizGap. It is the Business Growth and Acceleration Program. There's a lot of familiar faces in the chat. How's it going, everyone? And it's a good opportunity for you to introduce yourself. What type of business do you have? What industry? Do you have an e-commerce business? What are some additional ideas? So like that, it'll be able to elaborate additional conversation, the different tips. Because at the end of the day, we want you to have multiple aha moments throughout today's presentation. This is a recorded webinar. So in case you step out, answer a phone call, don't worry. All participants will be receiving today's presentation along with the recording in the YouTube channel. So definitely like and subscribe as well. Okay. Also, if you have any questions throughout today's presentation, I strongly encourage you to put in a Q&A. So like that, throughout the presentation, I am more than happy to answer those questions for you. So a brief description of who we are. Perfect. E-commerce business, plans and merchandise. Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. And now, Marcos, for you, how has it been? Like, what are some additional ideas or tips that you have done that have been successful in the e-commerce business? Okay. Okay. So once again, my name is Jesus Padilla. I'm the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU. And in a brief description of who we are, what we do, who is the SBDC at FIU. We are a team of specialized business consultants to assist you at no cost, as we are a resource partner of the SBA. We have a team of 26 specialized consultants if you're looking for access to capital, marketing, international trade, operations, and growth strategy. We are your local SBDC if your business is located here in Miami-Dade County. Now, if your business is located outside of Miami-Dade County, don't worry. In the chat, my email address will be provided, and I'm more than happy to connect you with your local SBDC. In 2023, we were awarded the National SBDC of the Year. Since 2014, we have worked with over 8,000 small businesses that has resulted over 119,000 hours of consulting. The Business Growth and Acceleration Program has been an initiative that we have been running since 2016. It provides the hyper-local consulting, training, and outreach to you, the small businesses in targeted communities and commercial corridors. It provides an additional toolkit for small businesses that are looking to better grow their business with startup and business growth. Some of the outcomes and partnerships that we have done with multiple communities here in Miami-Dade County, we've gone door to door, met with over 300 small businesses. What are some pain points, along with introductions to small resource partners to assist them with their business needs. In addition, over 300 small businesses have received consulting or attended community trainings. As such, you are present today. Here are some additional past projects that we have done. On the top left-hand corner, we worked with the Miami-Dade DDA in the Flagler commercial corridor, in working with small businesses, enhancing their business needs during the Flagler construction, along with the City of North Miami Beach and the CRA, introducing new initiatives that the city had to offer for small businesses to create that economic impact in the community. The BizGap project in Florida Congressional District 27 is funded by a grant by the U.S. Small Business Administration. The Florida's 27th Congressional District covers City of Miami, Key Biscayne, Coral Gables, and runs through Kendall down to Color Bay. And our main focus, it is on the three core activities: the training, the outreach, the door-to-door canvassing, the one-to-one business consulting, along with the data mapping and surveys of small businesses in Florida Congressional District 27. Our goal is to work with over 1,000 small businesses in this calendar year. That includes consulting, trainings, and workshops. So once again, my name is Jesus Padilla. I am the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU, and I want to thank you for attending today's webinar in starting a successful e-commerce business. So before I proceed, I just want to get to know more about you. I know that Marcus has an e-commerce business in the plant industry, educating for plants. Now, how about everyone else in the chat? What is your business, or do you have an e-commerce business? So we could elaborate some additional tidbits. I know some of you are not shy, so I know who I'm talking to. Okay, perfect. Okay. Selling garage. Okay, garage sales. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That's something I also do as well. So once again, a brief background of myself. I am just like you, have that entrepreneurial spirit. I have several e-commerce sites that I sell items and products. So definitely I do sell some items from garage sales as a resale, but also retail arbitrage as well. So definitely we'll be talking a little bit more in depth in that area, and also with my experience as well. Perfect. All right. So we'll be discussing many topics today, but the main key areas we're going to be talking about the overall overview of the e-commerce market. How is it looking? Is it increasing, decreasing? What are the multiple business strategies? What type of products are you going to be selling? Is it new products or reselling the inventory? What is your legal and financial management of the business? How's your marketing? And also promotions of the business, along with the sourcing strategies, along with how you're going to be selling your product, but also receiving payments of the services that you've been rendering, and how you're able to fulfill that service, along with providing the customer service, the customer experience aspect. The good thing about today's presentation, this is a start or building the branch of the different services that we're able to assist you, that enhances the social media marketing, the email marketing, getting to know more about your customers, building that buyer persona, enhances the customer experience. So this is a good starting point, a good framework if you don't have an e-commerce business or have started, want to continue to grow. This is a good starting point, so like that the other webinars and presentations will be able to enhance and carry on the baton, carry on the conversation as well. So as a quick overview of the e-commerce market, it is e-commerce sales in the second quarter of this year has accounted over 15% of the overall total sales, which is approximately almost $300 billion in the US retail. Online shopping is always on the rise, as we're getting ready for the holiday season. Before, we used to go to the stores, feel the products, but now everything is on the phone, on laptops, anything mobile device for the online shopping base. Online shopping has grown significantly over the past decade, with more people turning to the internet for their shopping needs. It could be from anything. It could be from the clothes that one is looking for, the holiday attire, towards car shopping. I'm sorry, doing a lot of research to get a better understanding of the products that one would like to purchase. So I know that it's very, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I want to have a good engagement, a good conversation. So we have a little pop quiz. There's no right or wrong answers, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we are engaging, but at the same time, finding new opportunities for you to have a good understanding of the overall market overview of the e-commerce landscape and how you're able to get a piece of that pie. So in the chat, you could definitely put some of the answers. What do you think are the top 5 e-commerce retailers? Okay, and those who answer correctly will be getting the presentation. So right there is the trick. Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, I got an Amazon right here. Okay, I see Etsy, another one. Okay. eBay, Amazon, Kroger, Walmart, Target. Perfect. Okay. Let's find out which are the top five. So we got Amazon right there. We got Walmart. Marcus, you're going for two, my friend. Apple is number three. eBay is number four. And last but not least, number five is Target. So good job, Marcus. You definitely are getting the start right next to your name for today's presentation. Now, for the second question, what are the top five online shopping categories in the US in 2024? So what are the online shopping categories? What are people looking for online for this year? Okay. Clothes, food. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let's see one more. Pharmacy, medicine. Yeah. Okay. Just convenience. Yeah. The everyday products on the go. All right. So let's find out. So number one is fashion. Number two is food, electronics, just like how it is for like the iPhone that just came out, or video games, or the new game consoles. Number four is beverages, and last but not least, number five is the do-yourself and hardware items. So these are the top five online categories in the US that's present in this year. So this is a good opportunity for you to start thinking, are you part of the market share based on the products or services that you're providing? So this is where I'm going to be asking you some questions, and you could be in any of the particular interest groups, but you have to do a full self-assessment, which is the one that resonates with you the most. So for example, are you extending an existing business into e-commerce? Do you already have a business and you want to extend it into the realm of e-commerce and get more clients? Or you're continuing to grow an existing e-commerce business? What other diversifications you could provide? It could be providing more knowledge base or knowledge exchange information, or diversifying to new pockets of different services and products you might be offering. And last but not least, starting a new e-commerce business. So you could be in any of the three categories. And once again, our consultants will be able to assist you to make sure that your strategy, the communications, the branding, all is aligned for you to promote and sell in your e-commerce business. With me personally, like I said, I saw a lot on eBay, a few on Amazon. So, but at the same time, like I sell primarily on eBay. So that is where I like to diversify my business in terms of growing existing the e-commerce business. What are some niches? What are some needs in the marketplace? And how can I dip my toes and have a better stronghold of that market share? So obviously, I already have some additional pros and cons over here, but I just want to touch base with you in why are you interested to sell in e-commerce? Is it based on the inventory, low startup costs? Is it more that you don't need that much space? So I just want to touch base with each and every one of you. Why are you interested on e-commerce? Customer reach, okay, perfect. Clients, convenience, and reach. Yep, absolutely. I completely agree. Yep. Global reach, yes. That's that is something that me personally, I take great pride. I actually have a map of the country of the US and also a global map as well. So every time I sell my product to a particular state or city, I put a thumbtack because I want to say that I have sold globally. So definitely that is one avenue that you could definitely benefit from, the global outreach. Instead of within your backyard customers, you could now think as a bigger picture on a regional and also on a national landscape as well. So some of the good news of why selling on e-commerce, it is the reach potential, as what we discussed, it's low cost to start up the business. Along, you may not need a big warehouse or employees. Exactly, and appear as a bigger brand. Exactly. I completely agree. Yep. And it's easy to adapt and change and to pivot versus the full rebranding structure of the business. But at the same time, when there's good, there's always some bad news. The bad news, it's hard to stand out, to get noticed, the credibility, the reputation, but also it requires mastering multiple skills and different areas of expertise. But the good thing about today's presentation is how can we reframe this framework of the bad news and convert those as good news? How you're able to have that value proposition, create that brand experience, how to build that reputation. So even though it's not easy at first, but once you build that reputation, the customer service, then that becomes a good news for you. And that's how you're able to brand your business as the white glove service provider of the products or service that you're providing. So this is where we talked about the bad news and how we could convert that. It is just like how we discussed right here, based on your business strategy. What is your brand? Is it a big idea? Have you identified any gaps in the marketplace? And what is your opportunity that you have identified? How would you source your products? Who is your target customers and target markets? Is it B2B? Is it B2C based on the services that you're providing? Because I know that some of you, they do a lot of B2B, providing your service as you're in the health and fitness realm, versus B2C is completely different based on the overall strategy and the messaging. How are you different from your competitors? And that's how you're able to provide the value proposition, which is a clear, compelling statement how you're able to stand out in the competitive marketplace, and how and where would you sell. So a perfect example, my business strategy is providing that white glove service of making sure that the products that I'm shipping gets to the end user as if they themselves purchase it at the store. So I make sure I package it very well, make sure that the product doesn't break, and I follow along with them in that journey, giving them communication as, hey, I shipped it, here's a confirmation receipt, here's a tracking number. Take a picture, send it to me on social media so I could give you a 10% discount for the next purchase. So that I want to make sure that everything arrived as 100%, as I myself wouldn't buy something if I myself wouldn't. I wouldn't sell you something if I myself wouldn't buy it. That's my strategy. How would you market? Is it through different social media channels? Is it blogs? Is it more billboards? I do a lot of Facebook groups or social media groups in regards of, hey, I have these products right here. If you're interested, I'll be more than happy to sell it to you. What are the costs? This is where you have to start having a good understanding of your price points. How much can you sell your product for, along with what is the bottom line? Because at the end of the day, we want to make profit. We want to make revenue. So if you sell it too cheap, and then how is your time? How is your bottom line to continue staying afloat with your business, with the selling fees, the shipping costs, the fulfillment, along with the overhead as well. So having a good analysis of how much you could sell your product for with all the additional expenses, that is going to be your bottom line. And then that's where you're able to say, you know what, based on my time and effort and what I'll be making, it's not worth it. I'm not going to be providing this service or selling this product because it's going to be only 25 cents profit, and it's not feasible. So I have a few ideas, but I want to touch base. If any of these points resonates with you, you could raise your hand, or you could put in the chat that you agree, or you could even incorporate some additional ideas that you have in today's presentation. So I want to touch base. What is your idea? Why are you selling on e-commerce? Is it that your own lifestyle brand that you want to market and sell? Is it everyone tells you, like for the DIYs or DIYs, it is the do-it-yourself products. It is, that was number 5 e-commerce that people search for. So right here, you could be crafting products. people say they're the best, and how can you make money selling it? It could be printing shirts or manufacturing wood products. So another avenue is I see a gap in the industry, and I know well and brilliant idea as a way to solve it. That was my idea. How can I provide the white glove service and tailor to that need? I have a regular business and I want to expand online. I know that some of you have mentioned that you want to have the global reach to new customers. And sometimes I just have free time. I could use some extra money buying and marketing or selling selling business products. So everyone has different ideas, different causes for them to make money. So by sourcing, this is where you need something to sell. So you could put on what type of sources are you selling? Are you manufacturing or co-packaging? You're producing something, or you're making something as such, like crafts, art, cookies, just to name a few. Do you resell goods or products? Or the arbitrage, the retail arbitrage, as buying and selling, sometimes without actually buying. For example, you could go to Facebook Marketplace, go to the free products, you could beautify it, you could clean it up, paint it, and then you could sell it for X amount of dollars. So there's different avenues how you're able to arbitrage the marketplace. Or you could purchase stuff in the clearance section, then resell it back on Amazon, eBay, or anywhere along those areas, or the secondhand goods like antiques and collectibles. During the pandemic, like I said, I'm being very personal right here. During the pandemic, I sold baseball cards. People were back in the hobby, or even selling Pokemon cards. So I kept on selling products, and I made, I made some extra money. I did cluttered, but at the same time, this is where I found a niche. Everyone wanted to relive their youth, so I had my baseball cards, and I was selling them at a decent price, but at the same time, providing the customer experience, the white glove service, touching base with them. What else do you need with other cards, and start building that relationship with the actual customer. As I treated every customer transaction as relationship. So we coming as strangers, we leaving as family, and that's how we built that trust and communication. So this is what you're looking to sell with e-commerce. Is things that you make, things that you resell, or the sources, the goods that one has. So it could be the gift, it could be expanding or the knowledge of, if you're a massage therapist, you could definitely provide like an ebook as a quick 5-page ebook, as here are some techniques of at home therapy or stretches that one could do. Or for the professionals, as you're sitting down from 9 to 5 in the office, these are some little leg exercises to get the circulation moving, so you can be more flexible. Anything along those sorts, but you could be unorthodox, but have fun with it. So you could have those ideal customers in your to cater those needs. By doing so, this is how you're able to create the buyer persona and create the target market based on the target audience matrix. Have the personas, you have multiple personas, but definitely have the persona A and persona B. What are demographics? What's their age range? What are their sex? What is their occupation, their income? Where they're located in one particular segment of the community, county, city, region? What are their psychographics? What are some of their interests? What hobbies do they like? But start having the full consumer behavior. What are their challenges? What are some of their pain points? How does your product or service fit in with their day-to-day life? What benefits are you providing? That is where the value proposition comes into play. And where do they get their info from? Is it more on social media? Is it on blogs? Is it on newspapers? Is it billboards, signages? Is it on ABC forums? Where do they get their information to educate themselves? So that is a good opportunity for you to start marketing and becoming the subject matter expert, or providing the resources in that particular area where your ideal customers tend to be located. This is a good opportunity to start creating a competitive analysis. Know your competition. Now I'm gonna ask someone, you could put, you could put yes or no in the chat. Do you know who are your competitors in your industry, your direct competitors within a 2 mile radius or 5 mile radius of where your business is located? Okay. I have one that says yes, one says no. Okay, perfect. Yep. This is where you're able to compare where is your branding? What is your branding? What's your unique positioning in the marketplace? How's the quality? So for example, if myself and Marcos and Josh are selling the same product, how do they differentiate amongst each other? It could be the customer service as the communication side. It could be the shipping cost. It could be whichever method of preferential. It could be the box that's being shipped. It could be neatly packaged, and one it could be on a paper bag. I'm just talking right now, or the pricing point. It could be the Goldilocks approach. I could price it at just right. One could price it 10 times more, and the one could price it at $2 with free shipping. So it all varies based on what is the ideal sweet spot that the customer is intending to buy. And that's how you're able to sell, how you're marketing in any existing affiliations that one has. So you could definitely diversify and get to know more of your competition. With the sales, this is where you have to have a good website, a good store in your website. What is the e-commerce platform? If it's an Etsy shop, an eBay store, different marketplaces, selling on Amazon as an Amazon seller, along with Walmart. I used to sell a lot on Amazon. I used to sell everything on Amazon, but I got to know where I stood in the marketplace, and what I enjoyed doing was more on the eBay side. So you're able to have a good self-assessment based on where it yields the most money, more sales, but at the same time where you're able to have a better reach of the ideal customers that you like to cater to. This is where we're able to start enhancing and have a good e-commerce platform, if it's through Shopify, Wix, or Squarespace. So definitely our consultant will be able to assist you to enhance, to make sure the landing page is correct, make sure it's the accessibility is good for anyone individually impaired. We'll be able to assess the website and to be everything in compliance. But this is how you're able to start driving the traffic to your site. It's through the social media marketing, the promotion advertisements, along with the influencer marketing. So you could do a mixture of all three. You could pick only one, whatever your heart desires, because no two businesses, no two industries are the same. So with social media marketing, this is where to start analyze who is your target audience, what social media channels are they on? Is it more on LinkedIn versus YouTube, Instagram, X/Twitter, Facebook? Where are they at? What content are you providing? Are they videos? Is it more photos? Is it reels? If you don't have an idea how to create some social media content, don't worry. In the when we're providing you the presentation and the recording, I'll provide you a social media content calendar. It definitely helps you out to post anything every single day of the year. You can also have some influencers. What platforms are you going to be using, along with any cross sells or collaborations with some of your colleagues in the ecosystem. And this is a good avenue. The customer reviews. How was the experience? So that it definitely they become the ambassadors of your business. With the promotion and advertising, this is how you're able to have the messaging, making sure that what you would like to brand yourself and convey with the public, it is across the board. Everything is the same, from the social media channels to your advertisements, to your flyers, to anything on those sorts. But have a good understanding of your SEO. What are some of the keywords that you need to provide so it could stand out and drive the traffic to your website? Is it more the social media, the traditional ads, the content of the videos? But at the same time, you could definitely use some AI readiness to get some additional ideas to start promoting and advertising your business. And last but not least, the influencer marketing. What's in it for them? Is it the product or the money? But at the same time, you could definitely have a good analysis as to who you like to have. The influencers, actually have to pay X amount of dollars to say about your product, or have the ambassadors who actually use your product and you have built that relationship with them already. As like, for example, like with us in the Florida SBC at FIU, we provide more as the ambassadors as our client successes, our client stories. Okay. With the legal, the financial management, the accounting side, you have to have a business name, have the legal forms, have a good understanding of your financials, how much is your cash flow, what's your break-even analysis, how much capital you started. For your own e-commerce store, it must have a domain and a domain name, a number system, so like that everything is neatly organized in your domain. Have a good email along with a merchant account. So this is the behind the scenes of having a successful e-commerce business, as to make sure that everything is compliant and in orderly fashion. Now, for the fulfillment and the customer service, if a customer buys from you, how are you able to fulfill that order? How's the customer service experience? Do you have sufficient inventory? How's the shipping? Is it going to be within 3 days? Is it going to be shipped on a box or on a paper bag? What's the return policy? How do you able to get the inquiries? Is there like an about us? Is there an info desk, an info box, along with how you're accepting payments and what is your refund policy? So I'm bringing everything back together as start testing out the market and figure out the true price point before investing in inventory. So for example, just because back to school is once a year and everyone needs notebooks and pencils, there's always a big demand. But if there is not that big of a market across the board and how much you'll be making as the bottom line, if it's like 25 cents, for example, if I start selling this baseball card and I'm all making is 5 cents a baseball card, that's not worth it versus some other items like a bobblehead or a jersey might be $200 bottom line. So like you're able to have a good ideal standpoint of knowing your numbers to see if you're gonna dive in all or slowly doing a dry run, testing the market to see if there is actually a need in the marketplace. For the handmade items and resale, time is money. Sometimes when people are some of our clients are selling cookies or baking cakes or anything along those sorts, the time is not included in the cost of manufacturing that product. So always have to have that into consideration as a line item of the overall cost of what you're selling it for. So definitely always have that in mind, not only with the increase or decrease of the products making the item, but also time. That's why the phrase time is money is very important in this side. There's no silver bullet based on the marketing, the exposure. You just have to start building that trust, that relationship, building that reputation, and you'll be having that exposure and the marketing efforts. Sometimes, like if you're selling on eBay or online basis, people want a cheaper price. Don't sell yourself short. There's always a demand based on the price point that people will buy from you, because you don't want to devalue your product, your service to get one lead, while the saying is know your worth. And use all the available channels and adjust based on what works. So if one item is working on social media, on Facebook, for example, I'll focus more on Facebook versus LinkedIn. But then if I see that Instagram is good because of the reels or the pictures is a better quality, I'll definitely will adjust based on what works, what doesn't work, because at the same time, the markets are always changing. So as a small business owner, you're able to navigate through the canals, make the 3-point turn easily to go where the market is dictating for you to have a bigger share of the marketplace. But it's a good opportunity for you to start getting ready for AI chats, the search discoveries, different ideas. So you could definitely be ready and be ahead of the game, ahead of your competitors providing that customer experience for your clients to buy from you. Like I said, it could be into global outreach, increasing more sales in your existing business, or even diversifying your service or product in your e-commerce business. So if you have any questions, strongly encourage you to put it in the chat, and I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. But like I said, this is a recorded webinar, so in case if you have to, step out or have additional points, don't worry. I'll be more happy to provide you the information along with our colleagues to assist you with the social media marketing, the email marketing, the buyer experience. All of our services no cost to you, so we'd be more than happy to assist you. But we definitely have upcoming events this month for the next few weeks per se. That's gonna be a workshop every single day for this month. So definitely encourage you to register, as I would be more happy to connect you with the appropriate consultants. And if there's a good opportunity for you to connect with us, visit our social media channels. But at the same time, visit our website, which is bizcap.miami, along with like and subscribe our YouTube channel, as we have all the plethora of already recorded webinars to enhance the conversation with our business consultants as well. Okay. And if you want to meet with our business consultants, you're more than happy to scan the QR code, and we'll be more than happy to connect you with the business consultants to address the needs that you're seeking. So I want to thank you all, but at the same time, if there's any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer. Yes, I have questions about the FIU big event. Yes, Jaisha, what question do you have? Okay. Yes, the FIU big event is on the 17th of October, and it's from 10 to 1. And I could email you afterwards the logistics of it as well. Okay. In terms of vendors, I will touch base with my colleague as she's running the event, and we could talk offline. Shoot me an email, and I'll make the introduction. Okay. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I got a question right here. Yes, I pretty much I've been selling on eBay for over 10 years. And then before, I was actually selling a lot on Amazon through my when I was in undergrad and graduate program in terms of selling textbooks. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming. Okay. Yeah, so I have answered all the questions, but like I said, if there's any additional questions, don't hesitate. I'll put my email address in the chat. So I'll be more happy to connect you with the business consultants or any way that we can to assist you. We're more than happy to do so. So I want to thank you, everyone that's here present. But at the same time, I want to thank Azra, Gabby, and Evan in today's presentation as moderating the questions and also the Q&A. So thank you, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you at our next event. Have a good afternoon. Take care.